video on there. Hopefully I got that memory. Alright, Katie.
With today's elaborate gaming systems, it is easy to forget that digital gaming was just a radical idea before the 1950s. Over the past 50 years, gaming has revolutionized dramatically. It has gone from computer simulations that took years and years to progress to consoles that you can hold in your hand and take in the car with you. Many people here can probably remember the first games they played or stories from their parents about arcades and those types of gaming systems. I myself have been a gamer all my life, and it has really revolutionized how my childhood could have been if I didn't play video games. According to Entertainment Software Association, consumers in America spent $21.5 billion on video games in 2013. Today, I will inform you about the evolution of digital gaming. In my speech, I will explain the progression of video games from 1958's Tennis for Two simulation to today's Assassin's Creed. Before there were consoles, there used to be large computer games built in university basements, like places like MIT, where technology got its first footsteps in. Researchers were making video games, well, what they called video games, in large rooms, and it would take an entire wall of wires and boards to make one game. In a piece by the Rolling Stone from 1974, Stuart Brand describes a battle with his boss at IBM to let fellow employees play Space War on company time. In the end, he couldn't really do much. The boss couldn't really do much to keep the game away from the employees. It was too fun, and he just let them play. Let us fast forward to the rise of arcade games, at-home consoles, and MMOs. In 1971, the first commercial arcade game is developed by Nolan Bushnell and Ted Dabney. The game is less expensive to produce and distribute and is therefore sold to early gamers. According to Gamasutra, the first CVS units shipped with 2 joysticks, a single pair of paddles, and 2-player combat cartridge, which contained several tank and plane action games. This game console was known as the Atari, produced in 1977. Further, the Game Boy was produced. I have one here. I have a Nintendo DS here. It has been the most successful gaming console since its release, selling over 150 million systems over the first years and was among the first handheld gaming device. In 1976, the arcade game Death Race sparks outrage because its gameplay has players kill zombies by hitting them with cars. This is probably the first instance where you have controversy over gameplay with parents wanting their kids to get away from video game violence. As the modern age consoles are released, video game makers start releasing newer, more addicting video games. In an interview with Nintendo's Wii's creator, he says, and by branching out to these other new areas, we've been able to show a much broader audience that video games are something that can be relevant to their lives as well. He said this because of the new Wii that was released, and entertainment could be mixed in with exercise routines and other things. People are getting off the couch more, playing video games now. According to Blizzard, After releasing Warcraft's Orcs and Humans, one of the first strategy games with detailed missions, is now the most popular massively multiplayer online game, or MMO, according to Mashable. In summary, we have seen a radical change of video games over the last 50 years. According to the Entertainment Software Association, the average game player age is 35 years old. 59% of game players are male, while 41% are female. So, not everyone playing video games are teenage boys anymore. So, the next time you grab a controller or open an app on your phone, think about the vast history that video games have gone through over the past 50 years. Play on. Thank you for your time.